Hello.
Hi there. Welcome to Pizza and Pop Culture. Again.
Yes. We are your stalwart pizza toppings for the night here.
That's actually very clever. I'm glad. Who came up with that? Did you come up with that?
Whoever came up with that in my head the other day.
That's what you deserve a gold star.
Well, thank you. That's what happens when you're on a long drive in the car by yourself. You think of things, you know. Yeah.
So
yeah,
we were.
I'll have to pick a topping. Like I'll have to be. I mean, chicken is a topping, but I'll get a more popular. I'll be shitty meatball or something.
Shitty meatball. Nice. That's funny. That's really funny.
So
yeah, it is. It is a slow news day over there at Comic-Con.
I was way wrong because I thought that Friday and Saturday would be the busier days for news, and they are the slower days for news.
There is nothing going on.
One of the most overhyped Comic-Con things. It's just been dull, you know, and I get it. Nobody wants to announce anything because nobody knows if they can actually produce anything.
Right.
But I would say just go for it. Just announce your intentions. And just, you know, you could always say asterisk it and say, look, until we know when we can work on these things, we don't have a time frame, but we still have these plans, you know?
Yeah, right. People would definitely be understanding.
Of course. But to sit there and just, you know, it's ironic because they said the Star Trek panel was like, that was they were hyping the crap out of that. And that was hardly any kind of an announcement, but it was an announcement because there's been nothing.
Yeah, there's been what's been delayed.
Yeah,
but I mean that's like I think I said the other day that's like announcing that the Atlantic Ocean is damp. Of course, stuff is getting delayed. No kidding.
Right.
You know, with nothing being able to shoot. I mean, it's
Alan, you got to go into the broadcast studio on StreamYard. Yeah.
Looks like we got a sneak peek of season 5 of Rick and Morty. It looks like they're almost done with it. They're almost done scripting it. They're almost done scripting season 6.
Let me pull that up. Yep. So here it is. It's an actual sneak peek. We can watch it if you want.
Sure.
It looks like it's animatics. This is kind of cool.
I do love me some animatics.
Let me see. Let me reframe it better on the. Let me scroll it down. Is that better? I'm gonna full screen it anyway when we play it. So
that's perfect.
All right. Let's see. Let me make sure the audio is up here. Let's give this a whirl, as they would say.
Hey, look at that.
Oops.
Hell.
Cool. I have a couple of comments about that actually. Hey, shitty beef.
Well, let's hear them.
For starters, the idea, it seems like it's kind of funny because this woman wanted to go on a date, and I told her we were doing all these streams and she'd have to wait till next week. And surprisingly, she was cool with it. But it's kind of that idea that our worlds are on fire because we're into all this crap. So we're always just like crazy and chaotic, and we're always on the go, and our schedules are always in flux, and we work long hours and weird hours, and we could get a phone call and everything changes, and they're just there, la la la, hey, you want to go out? And like, you know, to me that was the analogy, you know.
Nice.
That was pretty funny. I thought
it hit you home. It
did. It hit me home. And then the other thing is that it was all animatics with voiceover and sound effects. And you go back to the Star Trek panel again. They announced a new cartoon show and show us nothing. They didn't even show anything else from Upper Decker. They don't have something like this. They can't show us something like that. A character design, anything. You know?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, even if they don't have finished animation yet, even something as rough as this, they can at least show us here's what the characters are about.
Right.
You know, here's your new cast. At least give you something to start speculating about. This Yeah.
Exactly, which makes me think that they don't really have they kind of hatched that plan very last minute. So who
You're
knows?
probably right.
Because I don't see why we couldn't see, anything. Whoops, I'm trying to click on the screen share instead of shuttling through. Why couldn't Star Trek give us something like this if they're working on something animated? So yeah. Alan,
Yo,
what's up, shitty beef?
I'm on a rage phone call. I'm on hold with PayPal, so I might have to mute myself while I yell at them.
Did you get hacked?
No, I made a purchase a few days ago, and instead of PayPal is great. I think it's really great. It's the concept is excellent, but there's a few times that it glitches out. Like when you make a payment, and instead of going to what is supposed to be your main account, they go to use something else, and that other thing doesn't work because it's not really an account. It's not your main account. It's not my main account, and it was a mess. So when that happens, you have a PayPal balance because they pay the thing that you were trying to buy or whatever.
Correct.
And in order to be able to do more things like send money to friends or stuff like that, you have to cover that balance. I immediately covered it, but the transfer time is of a couple of days.
Right.
So it doesn't show up. But if I go to say I wanted to pay you $100,
you could do that.
And I paid you $100, it would add on the extra, say, $50 that I owe, and it would wipe it out.
Mm-hmm.
But if I do it, if I add it, like I've already done, it doesn't wipe it out. You have to wait 2 days for the transfer.
Yeah, like 2 business days, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
they're tough too. When you need help, they're hard to get hold of.
No, they actually answer the phone pretty quickly. I've been on with them for 15 minutes, but now I want to speak to a supervisor, and well, you know how that goes.
If anyone's ever been with Shitty Beef, he gets to the bottom of shit, man.
I'm sorry.
He will escalate it until it is solved. No, I admire you for that, Alan.
If you got a problem, he'll solve it.
I just go whine on social media and flush them out that way.
I had to do that too. I took a page from your book with my bed. Not my bed, sorry. I bought the sectional, and they charged me for it. They charged the extra warranty that I got, the protection plan, and then they told me it's supposed to be delivered in 2 weeks. They said, "Oh, it's not even going to be in our warehouses until August."
Oh, jeez.
Jesus.
So you charged me already, and it's not going to be ready until August,
right?
And so I was like, you know what? It was a bad decision for me anyway. I don't need a sectional. Let me just cancel this transaction. I knew I might have to pay a restocking fee, and then a shipping fee, but it wasn't shipped. So I was like, okay, I don't have to pay the shipping fee. But I called them up, and they said, you have to pay the restocking fee and the shipping fee. So out of, say, $1,500, $1,100 of it was going to be not returned to me.
Oh, what?
Right. That's
what
it was.
So I guess you're getting the sectional in August.
No. No. That'd be a no. I got a full refund. Refund.
Good.
Because what I did was I went on to the Better Business Bureau's website. I filled out it for the first time. I filled out a complaint. To their credit, they said, you probably should have looked here first because the company has like 1,500 complaints against them, but I didn't. It was a nice salesman. Anyway, then I went on Twitter and I said about my disgruntlement. You can read about it. It's up there on my, on my Twitter page.
I will do that.
They contacted me right away. The company did. And they basically said after a couple of days, well, if you adjust your complaint, we can give you a refund. And I was like, well, I'm trying to reach the Better Business Bureau to find out what the right thing to do is here. But I couldn't reach them. The Better Business Bureau also screwed up. They never sent me a case number. They never did anything. So I couldn't connect with them.
God.
So finally I said to the company, I said, don't you think it's a little inappropriate for you to tell me that I have to, it's like blackmail. I have to change my complaint after you refuse to help me. Now you want to help me, but you want me to, why don't you give me my refund first and I'll work on rectifying the situation. So they did. Hey,
Wow.
they're coming back on. I'll be back, guys.
Okay.
All right. Now we're gonna watch him. We're gonna watch him make his phone call. All right.
Should turn your camera off too, Alan. I guess it's too late. He took his headset off. So everyone enjoy Alan yelling at someone. I think you should have left the audio on. That'd be fun. It's fun to listen to him because he's very good at dismantling the hierarchy of management. You know, when he gets through the people who are scripted and then the people running interference, and yeah, I don't have the time or the energy to do what he does. He'll sit on the phone for hours, just one layer after another to get to where he needs to go. So back to Rick and Morty. Let's put that back up on the screen here.
While you're looking for that,
about Rick and Morty, Pete.
What was that?
Well, we never got your thoughts on this. You're a big Rick and Morty fan too, I know. So
I like Rick and Morty. This thing, it's more of the sort of absurdist humor that we get. I'm very interested to see where the hell this goes. This is probably very early on in the episode. We probably don't get to see, and this is total speculation here. We probably don't get to see how Rick gets injured. This is probably a cold start.
Yeah, probably.
This is because whenever people show previews like they did with the New Mutants not too long ago, it was the first 10 minutes. This is probably the very beginning of the very first episode of the new season.
Mm-hmm.
So we're not going to see how Rick gets mortally injured. Mortally?
Rick and Mortally?
Rick and Mortally? Yeah. Suddenly my brain just short circuited, and that didn't sound like a right word. But yeah, this is gonna be weird.
Well, Rick and Morty.
I like the what we were Blade in that episode. Yeah.
What's that?
But I like it. I'm interested to see where. Oh, I said I like it. I'm interested to see where it goes.
This looks like they're always ripping on popular culture, movies, TV, whatnot. This looks like a Prince Namor Submariner kind of a thing here.
Yep.
So
yeah, the little green Speedo.
The little green Speedo. Yeah, and just the fact, the whole waging war on the surface, surface people.
Yep.
So
they do have some pretty deep.
And his name is Nemesis, which is it's my nemesis, but I think his name will be Nemesis. So
no, his name was Mr. Nimbus.
Nimbus, that's what it was. Nimbus.
Mr. Nimbus.
Nimbus. His nemesis Nimbus, right? So the N thing. Yeah. I mean, the first thing when that clam opened up and he was standing there, I said it's Namor. So
oh, my mouse just died on me.
And I wonder if they're supposed to be bringing Namor into the MCU at some point, right? I wonder if this is kind of maybe they'll end up dovetailing somehow. But yeah, this
kind of jumping the gun on it.
Yeah, the ship's on fire, and she's just painting her toenails, and it's like it just kind of reminds me of every time I date somebody. This is kind of the way it goes. It's like my world's on fire, and they're just kind of like, "But I'm bored." Yeah. So you have a Bluetooth dead battery in it.
Yeah, I just replaced the battery. No, I got one of these. One of these.
Oh yeah,
mice. These things suck.
They do. I have one right here. I ditched it a while back because it kept dropping the Bluetooth connection. It'll just stop working all of a sudden.
Yep. Yeah. Connection lost.
Right.
Again. Connected.
So I went and got a $9 Logitech mouse USB.
Yep. That's my next purchase for tomorrow.
Yeah.
I've had a couple of days of this, and I've had a couple of days of this. Yeah.
I think it's Apple's Bluetooth just sucks. Because even one of my clients still has some older Macs, and we have the same mouse, but it's the old one where you had to put AA batteries in it.
Yep, that's what this is.
Okay, this one's not. This one's you charge it with the lightning cable or whatever.
Yep.
But yeah, you put brand new batteries in it, and it still keeps dropping the Bluetooth. And this thing it's got its own lithium ion inside, and it keeps dropping. So yeah, I've never, like, any Bluetooth device with an Apple computer just never seems to work right.
Well,
I see Alan's Twitter. Alan's Twitter, I think, got hacked at one point. Check this out. I'm going to put it up.
While you're putting that up, we just found out today that Regis Philbin died at age 88.
I know, that sucks. So, can you see this?
Yeah, I can barely read it.
$103 taking surveys. I got here. I'll blow it up. This.
Yeah.
I got $102 for taking surveys. Sorry about the spam. I 104, 106. I think he got hacked at one point there.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, poor Regis.
Yeah, poor Regis. I mean, it's. I mean, he was 88. It's it's kind of bound to happen, but it looks like he died of natural causes. It wasn't COVID related. It wasn't.
Yeah.
It was just him being. It was 1 month shy of his 89th birthday.
I know. Yeah. So he left TV when? I want to say like 2012.
Left the show in 2011.
2011. All right, so I was close.
Yeah, he left live with Regis and Kelly.
So he would have been 80. He was on TV till he was 80. Jeez. That guy, man, he had so much energy. He was like always full of piss and vinegar. I really liked him a lot. Yeah, it's a shame. We just did our game show episode, remember, not too long ago. And
oh, that's right.
And the only modern game show on the top 10 list was his show, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? And right. I made a comment that I think it was successful and it was, kept alive by Vieira because his personality. He put his stamp on that thing.
That's right. One of the greats. There's very few of the greats left in any in any branch of entertainment.
That's for sure. Yeah. Let's see what else we got on deadline here. Since it's a slow Comic-Con news day. Well, here's the Comic-Con news tab right here. Let's just click on that. Why wasn't there ever a Constantine sequel?
Why wasn't there ever a Constantine?
Because nobody wanted one? I don't know.
Maybe.
Monica Owusu-Breen boards for you. She's the new executive producer for Stumptown. Okay.
Don't know what Stumptown is.
The
Bob's
Simpsons.
Burgers has been around for 11 years?
I know, right?
Wow.
And Simpsons season 32.
Jeepers, man.
Hannibal Buress, Ben Platt is going to be guest stars. And Michael Palin. You see that?
Where?
Right here. Let me go on to the story.
And Michael Palin, yeah.
Yeah. David Harbour is on board to voice an alternate version of Mr. Burns, while Olivia Colman will voice a femme fatale. Boy, I can't tell you that last time I watched The Simpsons.
Intentionally.
Yeah,
I mean, it'll show up, and if it's on, I'll have it on in the background. But it's not something I actually like. Oh, I gotta watch The Simpsons.
Right. Well, I guess they had a panel because it says here Yeardley Smith, the voice of Lisa Simpson, served as moderator. So it's probably on their YouTube channel. I've been really terrible. This is where I realized that being an adult is no fun sometimes because I had all these great intentions to watch panels. I've watched like 3. Portions of 3, not even the full. The only one I watched top to bottom was Inglorious Trexperts this morning. But yeah.
Another fine podcast that if you don't check out, you should.
Fantastic podcast. And Michael Palin is old, man. Look at that. Oh, Michael Palin. We love you. Monty Python. So Bob's Burgers creatives tease a season 11 pandemic episode.
Interesting.
I still enjoy Bob's Burgers when I do watch it. I haven't watched it regularly in about 5 years, but it never lets me down when I do watch it.
Oh, we got blocked by Turner.
We did. Where do you see that?
On Facebook, Turner Broadcasting AP is taking action against your video of Pizza Pop Culture podcast because it may contain music audio or video that belongs to them.
That must have been our Rick and Morty trailer.
Your content is no longer viewable on Facebook and in the specified territories. You may submit a dispute. Your content will be restored.
Are they blocking our stream?
I don't know.
Well, let me see.
Your video is blocked and can't be viewed by others.
The video's blocked, but is the stream blocked? No, I'm on our page right now, and I see the Bob's Burgers screen capture, and I see the three of us. So, let me text Jude. Just tell him.
Yeah, I'm looking at it on my phone.
Oh, you are? Okay.
And it says that your video is blocked and can't be viewed by others. So only you can see this.
Really?
Yeah.
Should we power down this stream and restart it?
I don't know.
Let me call Jude. That's weird.
Yeah. They're saying good things about Rick and Morty.
I know. Yeah, figures. Let me see. Check the stream. Come on, Turner. Don't be CBS.
Ah, I'm getting Alan on here.
Wow. See, I see it, but if it's only allowing us to see it because we're... You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm trying to get Alan on.
Let me see. Yeah, because we don't have any live viewers right now. Why don't
hey, Alan, can you hear us?
Jude's laughing, and I'm like, stop laughing and just go look. Because I see it, but if it's only going to let us... If it's blocked on the Facebook page, then... We'll just bag it and launch another one.
Sounds good to me.
Oh my God, he's driving me nuts. Give me a second. I gotta mute this. And
sorry about that, guys.
Hey, could you go to Facebook and check out our page?
Sure. I'm on Facebook right now. I'm on Pizza Pop Culture. Let's see. They fixed it for me.
Oh, good.
Pop Culture.
Are you
podcast.
seeing live video of us?
Yeah, I saw it before I even logged on. Oh, wait a minute. Let's see. No, now I'm not. Nope. It was.
Yeah, we got bounced because of Turner, because of showing Rick and Morty. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we might be blocked. If we're blocked, I'm going to end the stream and start another one. We're live again.
Hi. We got in trouble with Turner.
We got in trouble with Turner Broadcasting, so...
So we're live again.
God forbid we said something nice about their property. Next time we'll have to try something nice. If we're going to get blocked, we might as well get blocked for something, you know?
Yeah. We were going off on Star Trek all for the past 2 episodes, and
and we will again.
We're going to again, so but we're fine with that.
Right. So I think we left off here. I posted. It's funny though, because when I went to the Facebook page while we were down, the whole thing was still recorded, even though our live stream was truncated. So all the stuff with me on the phone with Jude and everything is there.
Interesting.
Yeah. So the archive will have all that nonsense of us like realizing we got knocked down.
It's entertaining.
We had 4 people watching at the time. So yeah.
Hopefully they will notice again.
I hope so. So I did say we're going to kill this stream and start another one. So we will see.
But they may not have heard it.
Now, how do our viewers they just follow our Facebook page and then
Yeah.
they can follow our streams? Very cool.
Correct.
I see us on our
Correct.
Facebook page. It's very interesting.
Yep. So,
I'm waving here,
so
and now a few seconds later, I'm waving on my Facebook page.
yeah, it's about a 10 to 15 second delay, I'd say. Yeah. So where were we here? Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, we're not
You
sure
know,
where you lost us, but
Bob's Burgers, I think.
Bob's Burgers. Let's start off at Bob's Burgers.
That's where you suddenly said, "Hey, we just got flagged by Turner."
But yeah,
Which means if we were actually able to monetize, if we were that popular and we had that many followers, they would have taken our money away from us for that.
Mm-hmm.
One of these days, hopefully.
Yeah, well, that depends on our audience.
We'll be in a position where they can take our money away.
They just
But yeah, Bob's
demonetize our
Burgers
stream.
yeah, Bob's Burgers has been on for 11 years. I do recall saying that, and we were all amazed.
That is
I can't
amazing.
believe that. It seems like just yesterday when it was brand new, and oh my God, somebody slow the world down. Except this year. Make this year go by fast.
Yeah, this year can be done and over with.
Let's put it in the rearview mirror. But this, man, geez. Yeah. At Bob's Burgers, it's one of those shows, I watch it every once in a while, and it just always makes me laugh. It does not disappoint.
While you were doing your thing and I was talking, I saw my name on Twitter all over the place. What was that all about?
I went to your Twitter feed to look for you complaining about whatever you were complaining about, but I did see that you had gotten hacked there.
That was years ago, though.
Oh, yeah, I couldn't find the tweets of your.
Oh,
yeah. Marvel's Hellstrom. What's this?
Let's not watch it.
No, I'm not going to say we're going to watch it, but what is it?
Hulu used its Comic-Con home panel to
Who
drop
was
its
that
first trailer for the upcoming superhero drama Marvel's Hellstrom. Interesting.
What
Let's
is
take
it?
a look.
No, we can't take a look.
Can't take a
because-
look.
No. I mean, take a look at the information online.
Yeah.
Learn about it.
10-part drama follows Damon and Anna Hellstrom, the son and daughter of a mysterious and powerful serial killer, and their complicated dynamic as they track down the worst of humanity, each with their own attitude and skills.
And wackiness ensues.
Okay.
This first started appearing October 2019. Marvel Television finds its Damon Hellstrom. And then Ghost Rider and Hellstrom coming to Hulu May 1st, 2019.
Interesting.
Which didn't happen. You want to share your screen, Al?
Share my screen?
Yeah.
Well, I just did a Google search.
Oh, okay.
And sure, but let me experiment with sharing my screen.
No
Share
porn.
Screen. No porn. Screen sharing is easiest with two monitors. Share screen. And I'm going to share this screen.
And I will add it to the stream. And there it is.
So yeah, I'm looking at this.
Yes, Jude, we are getting your messages.
Oh yeah, Jude's in the chat.
But I thought Jude was going on a date tonight, campers.
He is.
You better not be chatting while you're on the date, man. That's no bueno.
Let's see. What else does it say here? What are some basic quick headlines? MCU Hellstrom will be scary as F and tap into terror of comics.
Oh, I like that.
Are we allowed to
I like it
swear
so far.
on this?
Oh, yes.
Fuck yeah, we are.
Okay, scary as fuck is what it says. There's a teaser trailer that was out 16 hours ago. Yep, that's what we're allowed to watch it separately, right? Yeah, I can watch
We
it.
can watch it without the sound. It's when you put the sound through. We did that with the Rick and Morty and got bopped.
Oh.
I know.
Yeah.
No mirror streaming allowed.
I wonder if we'll get a written notification.
Nah. You guys did the New Mutants, but you didn't play the audio, and it worked fine.
So here it says Ghost Rider and Damon Hellstrom will find their way into streaming service in 2020. This is from May 8th of 2019. So you're saying Ghost Rider is not happening, or
well, if it was supposed to be in 2019, it did not happen.
Well, what says first appearing in Ghost Rider #1 before becoming the lead of Son of Satan series, Damon has a long history with Marvel Comics. Oh,
that's him. All right, I remember him now. Yeah, it's a Z-list character.
He joined the Defenders.
Yeah. Very forgettable character.
Well, I'd like to get along with his sister. Wow. Look at those horns.
Holy
he married
cow.
Patsy Walker.
Oh, that's an arm. That's an arm. I looked at that quick, and I thought that was a different part of the anatomy.
Oh, no, that's basic. Your basic arm. He moved to San Francisco. He is one of Marvel's most powerful sorcerers, from Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange.
And then he has defeated some of Marvel's most powerful demons. I don't know this character. You guys are all, I don't know this stuff. And he is the ruler of a hell dimension.
Like you are.
Damon, yeah, like me. Damon spent years trying to defeat and dethrone his father to maintain balance between heaven and hell. Oh. Interesting. This looks like a good series. You know, I'm watching Supernatural, and I watch it on Netflix. Is it on Netflix or Hulu? I should know this.
They're all the same.
Netflix, I believe, and this is the final season. I waited all this time to watch the final season because it's premiering on whatever. The CW. That's what it is, I think.
Right. Yep.
And it's truncated because of the apocalypse. They've only filmed half the seasons, half the episodes rather of the last season. And like, it all just stopped. You know how when it gets to the end, it goes back to the beginning of the series. I'm like, wait a minute, what's going on?
Yeah.
A very sad panda. So let's see. Marvel's Ghost Rider Gabriel Luna to reprise his role for Hulu series.
Yeah, he was on the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. as Ghost Rider.
Oh yes, that's another one I stopped watching right about now.
Yeah, I heard it got much better after season 3, but
what?
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? Yeah, I tried.
Yeah, no, I couldn't watch.
Yeah, it just didn't work for me at all.
Keith.
Especially when they were going down the Inhumans, the Inhumans path.
I may have to use some makeup when I do these streams. I'm looking a little peaked. You guys look great in your but I have a webcam, so I'm sitting way far back. You guys are probably sitting very close to your laptops.
I'm actually using my iMac.
Right.
Yeah, so am I.
The mixer. Yeah.
If I change my camera.
Let me do this. This is how slow the news day has been. This just dropped 27 minutes ago. Najee Jeter posts his capture performance images from the game.
Oh, that's cool.
It's cool, but is it news? I mean, on a Saturday at Comic-Con?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if you were at Comic-Con in the building, that's not even,
So who is Miles Morales?
He is he's
an alternate universe Spider-Man
that they brought into the main universe when they killed
the
Ultimate. Yeah, they got rid of the Ultimate line of comics about 2 or 3 years ago, and he was one of the few characters that crossed over. Very popular. You didn't see Into the Spider-Verse, Alan?
No, I didn't. Sorry.
Oh, you should. It's
Then you'll know exactly who he is. Yeah, if you watch that. Yep.
That's the animated one.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. It's quite good.
Not only is it animated, it's like this unique style. It's
yeah, I'll have to watch it. I should
animated different.
It won an Oscar. Won an Oscar for best animated feature.
Yes.
Now I got to get this from. What about this, Pete? Tell me what this.
I saw that. That basically there's a new toy came out.
Oh, a toy.
Yeah, this is from a new toy. It's kind of like a Quetzalcoatl, kind of like winged snake.
Okay.
And I forget what the original name was supposed to be, but now he is officially listed as Warbat. It's like
but they don't have a
Warbat. It's a winged snake. There he is.
Where?
Yeah, they do. Scroll down.
Oh, there it is. Warbat.
That's it.
Okay. I expected a more dramatic photo.
Don't know what it. Well, yeah, because that's on the back of the packaging. So far, everything that we've seen so far from Godzilla vs. Kong is from packaging. There's a great picture of Godzilla and Kong fighting on an aircraft carrier.
Gotcha.
But it's from the packaging.
Gotcha.
There hasn't been any official leaks or announcements from Warner Brothers on the movie. So this is taken from the back of a toy package.
Gotcha.
And they are bringing back the skull crawlers, the big two-legged things.
Oh, those from the Kong movie?
They're bringing those back. Rumor has it there's going to be a couple more. There were very blurry pictures of Mecha Godzilla that surfaced a few months ago.
Okay.
So it's slowly leaking out, and if Warner Brothers really should stop teasing us and give us something official, please, very soon, because we're tired of all these little stupid things leaking out of little drips and drabs.
I know. Yeah. So
that's I'm not a big Godzilla fan, but I like the last movie that we saw, and I've seen a couple others. When is this one expected, Pete?
I think August of next year, of 2021.
Okay.
I think my mouse keeps dying, so I can't necessarily. Look this up. So,
these mice, Alan. These
May 2021.
These
I hate those.
They suck. They drop the Bluetooth connection constantly.
Oh yeah, I don't use that. I don't like those. That's one thing I don't like.
I like the way they feel, and I like how they operate, but they constantly drop the connection. They're just worthless. So this came out today from Rich Johnston at Bleeding Cool that IDW is going to publish Star Trek Voyager comics about 7 of 9.
Some good Star Trek coming out.
But the announcement was made while Chris Royale was still president, and he stepped down on Tuesday.
Oh,
so this was pre-recorded and aired today, apparently, at the Comic-Con. So,
oh boy,
yeah. But they do a great Star Trek Year 5 run right now, and says here that people who like Year 5 are going to be pleased with this. So it might be interesting. I know they have a new Deep Space Nine comic coming out too, or it's already out. So,
and who's producing these comics?
IDW.
Oh, sorry, you said that.
Who's in all kinds of trouble financially. So,
well, maybe this will help.
They've always done good work with properties, television and film properties. What they need to do is sell one of their originals for film or television, or they're going to be gone soon.
They had Lock and Key, but that's
right. They had 2 of them sold to Netflix. Yeah, they both went bye-bye. So,
oh, that's right. Lock and Key is one of their properties. That was a comic book.
Yeah.
Yep.
I like that story.
Yeah.
I started watching it, so it's not being produced right now, obviously, but they got 1 season in, right?
It got canceled.
Now, according to John Amenta, who was on our stream last night, it's Star Trek Voyager comics. I'd rather fall down AIDS-tainted stairs naked.
AIDS-tainted stairs.
Wow.
That's awful.
Johnny. That's horrible. Compared to new Star Trek, I'd take anything.
compared to new Star Trek.
I guess you know what they're probably going to have to do in the comics. They're going to have this big mission because in Picard they made Seven of Nine gay, but on Voyager she was involved with Chakotay. So they've got to figure out in the comic book how to get her from hetero to gay.
7 of 9 is gay?
Yeah, they did that in Picard because, you know, identity politics.
Yeah.
Because that's what they do now.
Because,
you know, character and story don't matter as long as you get your point across. Let's see. What else happened here? Calvin and Hobbes creator inducted into the Comic Hall of Fame.
About damn time.
Yeah. Let me see. I got to share that. All this hopping around with tabs. So these are the Eisner Award winners. Oh, no.
Aren't those great?
Check that out. You get the barbershop Stan Lee. That's great. We looked at these yesterday.
The pops, yeah, you want to get the
bad Deadpool.
The Origins Deadpool, yeah.
I gotta get that Deadpool. What's this here? Friends. Oh, jeez. Let's see. Oh, Bro Thor, huh? Comic-Con.
Oh, not calling him Fat Thor.
Yeah, I can't body shame. Gotta call him Bro Thor. Lebowski Thor. We saw that yesterday. Hey, look at this. The Electric Man.
Hey, look at that. Nice.
That's cool. Who's putting that out? $120.
No, it's not that nice.
Diamond Select Toys.
They're definitely nice. I don't know if I drop $120 on them, though.
No, me either. Back to the Future keychain.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
That's pretty cool.
Sulu mug. Nice. Yeah. It's $35, though. Well, you get the saucer, too, I guess. So.
You get the saucer.
Yeah.
I never understood what that saucer was for, but I guess it's just a place to put your spoon and your accoutrements when you're drinking your tea.
And you know, the bottom of the mug always leaves a ring, you know?
Yeah. It's to keep everything clean.
Okay. I don't know anything about anime or manga, so.
Yep, that's a hard pass.
Yeah. What do we got here? Got Hulk in the back of a truck. Welcome to New Asgard. Hot Wheels Land Rover truck, $20.
That's funny. Does it have blown out shocks in the back?
Yeah, well, yeah. Look at the front, and then look at the back.
Oh, it does.
It does. It's the details. The devil's in the details. Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. Spider-Man 2099.
Is that's a statue?
Yeah. Yep. Hot Toys.
That looks great.
They're going to make every single Spider-Man, apparently. That's cool. Spider-Man 2099 is actually decent. I don't mind that at all. And they also made the Stan Lee.
Barbershop.
Price on both of these is TBT. TBD. To be determined. The Joker. This one's $109.99.
So they've kind of used they've used an amalgamation of different Jokers there in that. That's like more like the Gotham Joker, actually.
Yeah, it's I'm going to butcher this name, but I'll try it. Kotobukiya's Eichmann line.
Oh.
Is beefcake focused equivalent to the popular Bishu series? This is it's a very Joker statue.
Yeah, there's a line of these dolls that basically they take popular characters and or that are either girls or they do the whole gender swap neutral on them. Like you can get like a hot and sexy Freddy Krueger.
Gotcha.
That sort of thing. So that must be what this is. If it's the Bushido line.
Hence the word beefcake.
Yes. And we got like a predator that's
A
translucent.
cloaking predator.
Cloaking predator. 7 inches. $34.99. The turtles.
10 people. Yes, but they are not. They are not just any turtles. They are the stage version of the turtles.
They look like they belong at Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah, they're on the Coming Out of Our Shell tour.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so these are the bad animatronic costumes that you would see if you saw the turtles live on stage. And I think that's hilarious.
Do you want me to sing the song?
Please don't.
No, don't or do?
I say do.
Leonardo, Michelangelo, and Donatello make up the team with one other fellow, Raphael. He's the leader of the group, transformed from the norm by the nuclear goop. Pizza is the food that's sure to please. These ninjas are into pepperoni and cheese. Back to the story, it's not hard to find. Oh, I'll stop.
Turtle power, very nice.
Turtle power.
Moving on. You can get these at Target for $125.
But can you get them at Target?
You can also get them at Target. Or you get the deluxe edition for $150. Like,
I gotta see if anybody watched that and commented on my rap action.
There are 10 people watching us right now, and if you please leave a comment on Alan's Turtle Power rap, please.
Please do not.
Please do. Scott Pilgrim, what is this? A T-shirt or something? Level Up print. It's a
That's
print.
That's the room. That's like the big place where he did the final battle.
Right, and it's like on the side of an arcade cat. It's a print. It's a poster print. That's kind of cool, actually. I like that. Faceplant Riker. Really?
I know that they have a facepalm Picard too.
That's a very inappropriately placed insignia / com badge.
That's okay. A facepalm Riker for $90 at Icon Heroes. Okay. You're right. It says it's a great companion to Icon Heroes' previously released Captain Picard bust.
Yeah. That's really funny.
That's really funny.
Well, most of the comments are from Judah Buddha
and John Amenta.
And then there's John Amenta.
Yep.
Godzilla.
Oh, here you go.
Oh, no, that's cool.
That's
Dennis
cool.
Nedry in a Barbasol can.
It's only $20 at Entertainment Earth. I might have to get that.
That's really funny.
That's really cool. I like that. The caption says, "This Jurassic Park figure may wind up being the item to own from this year's Comic-Con. Accordingly, Nedry sold out almost instantly, but we're hoping more in stock will eventually show up either on Entertainment Earth or Mattel's own store." So it's sold out instantly. Oh my God. I might go to Entertainment Earth and put an order so it's back ordered. They'll have to get more. That's funny. That is brilliant.
Can you put a link to these toys on the page, Keith?
Yeah. It's I can put it in the chat right now, which I just did. Yeah, let me save. I'll save this link to my desktop so I can do that. We saw this one yesterday from Gentle Giant, this Mandalorian.
The half a Mando.
Half a Mando for a mere 120 bag of shells. So, retro Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, $90 for 6 of them in the box, I guess, the carrying case there. It's also Entertainment Earth. That's kind of cool, though. I mean, I like the retro stuff. You know, we were talking about it a little bit yesterday, the simplicity of the toys we had. Versus
Exactly.
No.
Mr. T.
$30, Entertainment Earth.
That's hilarious.
How many people under 35 or maybe even 40 know who he is now, though? You know, we know Mr. T, but there's the probe droid we saw.
That's the Christmas ornament.
Yep, that's kind of cool. Tron. Ooh, I like that.
Oh, that is pretty cool.
Gentle Giant. While we wait for Tron 3, you can at least relive the glory days of the original movie with this figure. which features a red-colored variant of Tron inside a VHS-inspired box.
Oh, that's cool.
That's
Yeah,
cute.
it is a VHS-inspired box.
What are those little things? His gloves?
These
Looks like you have different hands,
different hands. Yeah.
Oh.
and then you got him in action. If you put him in action poses, those are different discs.
Right. So you could put the different. They probably fit in certain discs. Fit in certain hands. Interesting. Ultraman pin.
Nice.
$25. And then one more page. Slimer. Glow in the dark Slimer.
I want one of those
spaghetti?
Ultraman things that
Yeah.
he holds up and turns into Ultraman.
This is from Weta Pete.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, $30.
Yeah, they do good work all around.
They do.
Movies
cool.
and toys.
And that was right smack dab in the middle of our Eisner Award winners. Best short story, Hakon. Let's see if any of our friends want anything. Best new series. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, while you're looking that up, Calvin and Hobbes creator Bill Watterson was among the honored to be in the Eisner Hall of Fame.
Awesome. Look at this one. Best reality-based work. George Takei won himself.
Oh, no kidding.
Eisner. Yeah. They Call Us Enemy by George Takei, Justin Eisinger, Steve Scott, and Harmony Becker. Top shelf.
No kidding.
Good for them. All right, let's see. There's a lot of independent stuff here. Let me get farther down.
12 people reached.
Jude, like this one.
that.
Jude, Best Archival Collection Project Comic Books, Dan Sakai's Usagi Yojimbo, the complete collection. Best Writer, Mariko Tamaki, Harley Quinn, Breaking Glass. Okay. Best Writer Artist, Raina Telgemeier, Scholastic. Best Penciler, Inker Team, Rosemary Valero O'Connell, Laura Dean keeps breaking up with me.
What?
Best Lettering, Stan Sakai, Yasagi Yojimbo. Best Digital Comic Afterlift by Chip Zdarsky. That's it? Where's the rest of them? It's not the whole thing. What the? Okay. Or are they the whole thing?
There was quite a lot of categories in this list.
Yeah, there usually are. Yeah, this is a better list. More comprehensive list. Hey, Phil Lamar. He was going to come to Terrificon this year.
Eisner, named after Michael Eisner?
No.
No.
Will Eisner.
Will Eisner.
Oh.
I think if they gave out a Michael Eisner award, it would be like a plastic pile of shit.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Apparently, Tom Hanks is in a new movie called Greyhound.
Yeah, it's on Apple Plus that like 4 people have.
I have it. Make that.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay, 5 people have it then.
I just said make that 5. I haven't watched anything on it.
That's what I mean. Like, it's there's just too much. The streaming thing, it's gonna hit a tipping point. You've got all this intellectual property spread out all over these different services, and you got to have 10 of them. You know, so you might as well. It's like a cable bill again. You pay $100 a month just to watch all the stuff you want to watch because you got 1 here, 2 there, 1 over there, 1 over here.
Yeah, that's.
It's not, you know, I'm not railing on Apple Plus like it sucks. It's just another streaming service I don't want to pay for. There's just too many of them.
Right.
So Jude says we want lightsaber fleshlights.
Oh boy.
And he says, Stan's the guy, the other Stan the man. Yeah, I mean, we were at Boston Comic Con about 2 or 3 years ago, and Jude was gushing over him.
Yeah, they're making a TV series. I'm not sure where, but they are making it. Probably Netflix, but they're making a TV series. Yes, they are.
Are they really?
Yes, they are.
Excellent. Archer, season 11, September. So Archer will be back again. I love Archer, but the last couple seasons, it feels used, you know, for lack of a better term. I don't know. I think they've done all they can do.
You love that show too.
I loved it. I still like it, but it's getting, you know, ever since they decided to not have him work at the spy agency called ISIS because of ISIS, they've been putting him in all these different weird scenarios, you know, where he's trapped on an island, and there's another one where he was back in the 50s, and it says right here, you know, Archer, oh good, he's going to finally awaken from the coma that's seen the show's last 3 seasons become a set of extended dream sequences. And those 3 seasons have been a lot weaker. It just lost its edge, I think. You know, and again, it was this thing where just because your spy agency in your cartoon is called ISIS doesn't mean you have to abandon your entire vision and completely change the format of your show because of a name. You know what I mean? I felt it was another one of these knee bends, and look what happened. It just hasn't been as good. So
I could not find where the Usagi Yojimbo cartoon is going to be airing or streaming or what, but it is currently in development. That's as far as I could get with it.
Currently, along with everything else that's currently in development.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm looking through all these sites right now, and there is just nothing happening.
It is very, very slow news days.
Is it possible that things aren't happening because the Comic-Con is going on and they want to save all the...
Oh no, Comic-Con's usually full of announcements. That's where you go to announce things. It's because nobody knows when they're going to be able to actually work again.
Do anything, right?
So look at this picture of Regis. This is like the worst picture of Regis I've ever seen. Look at that. He looks terrible. Ouch. That was 5 years ago.
He definitely looks old.
Man. Wow.
Well, we do have people watching us. That isn't just Jude.
Can I ask a special request? If you're watching us, can you just say hi? Just say hi in the chat so we know.
Say hi. Ask some questions. But
I'm feeling very
off, whatever you want to do.
We'd like to know that you're there. Just say hi. Ask questions.
Judah Buddha, go on your date. Stop.
Maybe him and his date are actually watching this together.
That's boring.
I know.
Why?
I got to say, I thought, it would be fun to do these streams and talk about what happened every day. But this is crazy slow.
That's all right. We don't have to. I mean, you've done yeoman's work here going through what news there is.
Well, thank you.
Yes, you really have. If it wasn't for you, I certainly don't have that news. Those toys. Who's this on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? How many seasons is Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. at now? 7?
This is the 7th and supposedly final season. I wonder if they had to stop because they're previewing these scenes here. So they probably didn't get to finish, or they took a hiatus and then this happened.
I don't follow what you mean.
Well, a lot of times on these shows, they take hiatuses throughout the year. And I wonder if they were on break when the lockdown happened, but they had the stuff shot, to finish the season. So then they were just going to have to go back and edit them. Right. So they have a handful of episodes left to put out there. I gave up on this show 4 or 5 years ago. Just got bored with it.
Yeah, I did too, but I wouldn't mind watching it on. I'm going to go back and watch it on Netflix or whatever it's on, because the commercials break it up too much for me.
Yeah,
and
it just wasn't that good though. Anyway, it just felt small and contained compared to. I know it's supposed to take place as part of the MCU, but you could tell it was just kind of cheap, and you only had like 6 or 7 Shield agents. It's like, where's the rest of Shield? Where's the rest of them? So I don't know. Yeah, let's see. We got the IDW. Yeah, man, this is not your typical.
No, normally with a Comic-Con, you get announcements up the wazoo almost every day.
Yeah, like everything we've covered in 4 days would be 1 day, one of the slow days. Like when you get to Friday, Saturday, you wouldn't be able to keep up with it. It would just keep coming at you. So this is crazy. I hope by New York, when we do this again for New York Comic-Con, there's a lot more news.
When is that supposed to be?
That's in October.
Okay.
They're still promoting it as if it's going to happen. Let me see. I'll share that with you here. I got about 30 minutes left, and then I've got to go to a 50th birthday party.
What was that? Was that supposed to be a young Freddy Krueger?
I believe it was a cosplayer. 74 days to go, and they're acting like it's going to happen. But, like John was saying last night, I don't think it's gonna. And if it does, would you go? Would you take the risk and go?
Oh, absolutely not.
Although on the flip side, if a lot of people think like that, the building will be empty and you'll be able to do whatever the hell you want.
What's the date? 74 days. Oh,
it's October 8th to 11th.
Wait a minute. Thank you for making. Oh, yeah. Save the date for October 8th through 11th. It says it right there. Hello. Sorry about that. Yeah.
They're not even. Yeah, they're not even posted. There's like nothing posted. They don't have any guests posted. I don't. Yeah. But either way, they're probably gonna do what they're doing with this. They're gonna put it online, and they're going to have announcements online, which I'm hoping, if they're going to do it this way, at least by October, they'll have a better idea of whether or not they're going to be going back to work soon. They might have better timelines on things, so they won't be afraid to actually announce something. Clearly, everybody's playing it close to the vest this year at San Diego. I mean, this is just unbelievable.
So, Shitty Chicken and Pete, one of our listeners, who shall remain nameless, is asking, what are the panels that are on for tonight? And so, because remember, 3-hour difference between here and the West Coast.
Correct.
So tonight, creator-owned Comics and Beyond is starts at 6 our time. And then at 7 is Cartoon Voices. And then at 8 is Persevering Through Crisis. Those are 3 of the panels on tonight.
Look who's on right now. It's our old pal Kevin Smith.
Oh.
I don't know what they're talking about.
What we do,
because if we use the audio, well, I guess if we use the audio and get knocked off, we get knocked off, right? Let the ad play. Let's see what they're talking about. Ba-ba-ba.
What We Do in the Shadows, DC, and more.
It is in the DNA of Bill and Ted as well. Not just
it's Bill and Ted.
Like creatively as well.
Oh, no kidding.
Keanu Reeves, Alex Winter, Bill Sadler.
Bill and Ted happens, and
so he's moderating this. Dean Pariseau, the director.
In the moment, not only box office wise, but just pop culturally. Bogus and excellent entered the lexicon on a regular basis at that point. How quickly were they like, let's go do a sequel? Which I remember as Bill and Ted Go to Hell. And then I remember there was like, we got to change that title. We can't run ads in papers. Was that the story?
Yeah, we initially were kind of pitched an idea from the producers to do Bill and Ted Go Back, you know, have another test to take, and they have to take an English test this time, and they go into books. And Chris and I were like, oh man, that we don't want to rehash like that. And we had this other idea, which we thought, what if we just kill them and send them to hell, call it Bill and Ted Go to Hell, and we're not into it, surprisingly, until we flew to Massachusetts. I think Keanu was doing a play there, like a Shakespeare, right? And we flew there and we said, okay, there's two ideas. The one they want us to do and this other one. And if we didn't have the backing of Alex and Keanu, who basically said, there's no way we're doing the first one, we got the second one, we wouldn't have gotten to do the weirder version, which I think I'm just so grateful that we got to do.
When did they say, like, look, it's got to be Bogus Journey. It can't be like Go to Hell? I loved, as a kid, I was like, I can't believe that's the most metal title of all time, Bill and Ted Go to Hell.
I think that was the shooting title. I mean, I think when we were in production, that's what it was called.
Gripping stuff, talking about a title. I do like the interface where when they talk, the lightning goes around their little phone booth.
Yeah.
That is cool.
That is cool. But
yes, that's a lot of titles being well, not a lot of titles, but titles being announced. Star Trek Prodigy, Bill and Ted 3.
Well, Bill and Ted 3 is, they're pulling it. Well, they're going to do simultaneous. I guess they want to do theatrical and video on demand.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't. Have you seen the trailer?
I have not seen the trailer.
It doesn't.
It doesn't. It's not really my cup of tea. My cup of Earl Grey.
It doesn't look very good. But so I think video on demand is where it's going to make its money. I think it would die a quick death in the theater. You know, I could be completely wrong, but the trailer just looked like they're just recycling the gags from 30 years ago. Except that, you know, now they're in their 50s. So, I don't know. We'll see. But I got to say, of all these panels, I am astounded at the number of Hollywood professionals who don't have a microphone to use. It's incredible how they're just talking into their phone or computer and they don't have a headset or a microphone. Really?
Yeah.
They're like $20 at Best Buy, man. You gotta be kidding me. So the
problem is nobody's got them. Everybody, when COVID-19 happened and everybody started working from home, all that stuff is gone and it still hasn't returned. I ordered a set of headphones from Jabra. Okay, maybe that was my first mistake, but that's a big company. I ordered these headphones 2.5 months ago. They're still not here. I actually had to go and search around to find these in a store to buy. These are nice. These are HyperX. They're really nice, but they're a little bit big and heavy. They got these two, ear over the ear pieces. They're a little bit warm, but I have great sound, and I think I sound okay. I've been told it sounds okay.
Yeah, you sound fine.
But places don't have them.
But Jude and I were on today because we're trying to get one for his brother in San Diego, and out there were a lot. It was a lot scarcer, but they are in stock in certain places. But
you can find some like this
here, right down the street. Best Buy had tons of them. I could go down the street. Yeah. Oh, all in stock. Said come in within the hour.
Within the hour, they'll be gone in an hour and 15 minutes.
Right, but but even so, why don't these people with all this money and they're in media? They should have something.
You're right.
They shouldn't have waited till they were on lockdown.
Right.
It gave a lot of these panels a very unprofessional feel. They're supposed to be. You got Alex Kurtzman sitting in the kitchen, and he's echoing and. Dude, get a mic. God. Even doesn't anybody have a phone? You could use the thing from your phone with the microphone on it. Just plug it into the computer. It works.
It's what I'm using now.
They all have smartphones. They all got a set of those earbud things with a microphone on it.
Yep.
Just saying. Keanu Reeves looks really old. Look at him.
It's hard to see on the screen.
I'll
here
blow it
because
up.
of the-
Let me blow it up. Can you see him? I'll blow him bigger. Look at him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He looks
He's
gone.
finally starting to age.
And he's like, he looks like he lost too much weight. He's got like, his cheeks are kind of sunken in. It could be that nappy beard he's got, but because he's already, he's like 52. You know, he's not that old.
It looks really good though.
Yeah, I do like their interface. See when they talk, the little lightning bolts go around the. It's kind of cool.
Chris Matheson. He combed his hair for the panel.
Yeah.
He's squinting like sunlight is gonna kill him. See, look at this trailer. He even looks chubbier in the trailer, Keanu Reeves. Do I dare turn the audio up?
I wouldn't. No, don't.
We'll get bounced. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I'll watch it. I watched the first two. I like the first two, but Kevin still owes me an interview too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's supposed to do an interview for our Charlton documentary. He was all into it, and he wanted us to come to his house, spend the whole day, and then he had a heart attack.
He did?
How dare he? How very dare he?
How dare he?
He had a widowmaker heart attack, and he lived, and so that got put off. And then once he got healthy again, and we were working on trying to figure another time out, he went on tour to promote his Jay and Silent Bob movie. So, we had to wait till that was over, and then coronavirus happened. So, yeah. Once California starts to get over it, and then I'll reach out to him again, and we'll start talking and figure out a plan. But it's so disappointing. It's just like, oh my God.
Yeah, I bet.
It's frustrating, because we were literally like honing in on a set of time frames, like this day or this day, and we were ready to book the travel to go out and see Kevin, and then he almost died. So,
yeah,
but he's lost a lot of weight too. A lot since he became like a vegan.
Right. Well, I'm glad he's recovered and doing well.
Oh, definitely.
Looks like he's doing well.
Yeah, it was kind of cool. I reached out to his manager and told her what we're doing with the Charlton thing. And I said, I know Kevin's a big fan of the character, The Question, this Charlton character Steve Ditko created. It's his second favorite comic book character behind Batman. And he wants to make a Question movie someday. And it was literally within hours. She's like, oh my God, he's flipping out that you're doing this.
This woman, Samara Weaving, could be a young 7 of 9.
Yeah, she really could.
Yeah, she could be.
Look at her enunciate. She's really enunciating her words.
Well,
Stampy, enunciate, Stampy.
What are you saying to us? This Bridget Lundy Payne looks like she's bored.
Or stoned.
or bored because she's stoned. Right.
I still like this Chris Matheson.
Chris Matheson is great.
His expression hasn't changed at all.
No. Yeah. It's hilarious.
I'm scratching his head.
Oh, Bill Sadler, man. I love Bill Sadler. He's starting to look like an old man. Oh, age is a terrible thing.
Yes, it is.
So I guess Bill Sadler's going to play Death again. He was Death.
That's good.
Yeah. Which is the best part of the sequel, I think, is when they're playing the board games against him.
Who's logged in as Pizza Pop Culture and typing, I am a FBI agent?
Angelo? Is it Angelo?
I don't know. Someone's logged into Pizza Pop Culture.
Oh, are you actually monitoring it on Facebook? because I can see the chat here in Streamclip or
Yeah,
Stream.
that's what,
we
that's
got
what
that
appears.
comment.
That's what appears on Facebook. Yeah.
Right, but I'm following it in the StreamYard interface. I'm not on.
No, but that's how he's logged in.
Yeah. Who is that?
Pizza Pop Culture Podcast.
I am an FBI agent. It looks fun. I'm not.
Agent's a terrible thing unless you have money.
Oh
And
damn!
now-
Booga
damn.
booga.
I did the booga booga. Basically, yeah. If any one of us is signed in,
Smart ass.
So we can have multiple people signed in.
yep.
Oh, it was Jude. I forgot to switch it.
Oh, Jude. I really was hoping there's other people in there that could
You know
comment.
what's funny about this? He said he couldn't do the stream tonight because he had to go on this date, but he's been in the stream the whole time.
I
He could
know.
have just been in here with us. Oh my god! Oh wait, we got
Bastard.
2 private chats here.
Oh,
What are we gonna do when Chicken leaves in 20 minutes?
probably go off
We're
air.
down to about 6 now.
Keith's going to leave, and Pete and I are just going to be looking at it. Well, I got to go get my barbecue chicken in the oven. I'll see you
Oh,
later.
that sounds good.
Yeah, I made some barbecue chicken.
Oh, here we go, Pete. We can get on a little roll here before we go. Let me. You asked me earlier about the Tom King thing too.
Yes, I did. I think
So-
didn't he kind of like roll it back or make an apology or something?
He walked it back by saying that he called Jay Lee personally and talked to him and found out that Jay Lee's not on social media and had no idea what this Comicsgate is all about.
Why didn't he
Oh,
do that first?
Thank you. Instead, he went on the internet and trashed the guy and said he's part of a hate group and called DC and said take action against this guy. Tried to ruin his career or blacklist him before talking to the guy directly. I just wrote to Tom King. I'm like, you're an asshole. You're just virtue signaling to save your own sorry ass. And I said, who's the one who has to get up in the morning and take a pledge not to rape their coworkers? Take your pledge to say today, Tom. Did you? He's done, man. Tom King just fucked himself.
So I'm sorry I'm late to the party. Who is Tom King?
Tom King's a writer for DC Comics. And like a couple of weeks ago, he decided to he got all into this SJW thing, this cancel culture movement, and he wrote a document for all the comic creators to take a pledge every morning to like not sexually assault your coworkers and be kind to old ladies, and it was just really bizarre. And he encouraged all the people in comics to read it and stand by it. And like, you know what? I don't wake up in the morning, make my breakfast, and then go, okay, remember when you get to the office not to rape anybody.
Yeah.
Just remember that.
Right.
Like if you have to do
Important
that,
safety
you're
tip.
right. If you have to
Important
do
safety
that, if you have to take a pledge or need a reminder not to rape your coworkers, you've got something going on. So anyway, he's all virtue signaling and being, oh, look how I am, look how progressive I am. So anyway, yesterday he decided they have this thing called Comicsgate, and we talked about it briefly on the last podcast, where anyone who doesn't want to click the boxes, and get aboard this alt-left movement is suddenly a hater and an alt-right Yahtzee. And they're calling them Comicsgate people. Basically if you say, no, I like my story the way it is and my characters are going to stay the way they are and I'm not going to check your boxes off and ruin what I'm working on here.
Right.
You're a hater and you're an alt-right Yahtzee.
Right.
Because you can't be in the middle. You can't be politically neutral, or you can't be, a pragmatic centrist. You're either way over on this part of the left or you're way out there on the right. And so anyway, yesterday, Tom King accused this artist, Jay Lee, who did a cover for his new Rorschach comic, of being in Comicsgate because he did a cover for another guy who they labeled Comicsgate, Ethan Van Shriver. So he called DC Comics and said, do something about this guy. And I don't want you to print his cover for my book and blah, blah. And he just went off. And he went off on Twitter about it. It turns out the artist, Jay Lee, doesn't know what Comicsgate is because he's not on social media. He doesn't care what Comicsgate is. He did the cover for Ethan because they're friends. And, and Ethan paid him a lot of money to do it. So Tom King tried to blacklist and trash this guy's career with absolutely no history of him being in any kind of hate groups or any kind of posting any hateful rhetoric anywhere. He just trashed the guy. Could have cost him his career. And actually he probably damaged it enough because some people will still believe that Jay Lee is a hater.
Because he's not in the Comicsgate universe.
He accused him of being in Comicsgate.
Gotcha.
And then called him after, because everybody on Twitter beat the shit out of Tom King for it. So then he calls him afterwards and finds out Jay Lee has no idea what Comicsgate is or what he's even talking about. So he walks it back. Like, that's just incredibly irresponsible. It's a dick move. It's a dick move of dick moves.
Right.
From a guy who has to wake up in the morning and take a pledge not to rape his coworkers. So there, I said that much. Now I'm going to get hate mail. So
please send your hate mail to pizzapopculture@gmail.com.
Sorry. Sorry. So, and then we had this happen, and I heard this, and I couldn't believe I heard this. So Ethan Peck says that the stunning and brave Michael Burnham gave Spock permission to be human. This is a character that's 54 years old, and in my opinion was created and perfected by Leonard Nimoy. But new Star Trek doesn't recognize any of that. New Star Trek writes their own history. And new Star Trek says Spock got in touch with his human half because this woman gave him permission to do it. You see this Muppet fucking asshole right here? This piece of shit, Alex Kurtzman? He ruined Star Trek. He ruined Star Trek. He is a no-talent hack. And yesterday said, or on this panel, yeah, he said that Star Trek is his platform to push his own agenda. So,
wow.
Yep.
Blow me, Alex Kurtzman. And that doesn't reflect the opinion of anyone else on this show. It is my opinion. And I'll stand by it.
Alex Kurtzman sucks.
He does. Well, okay. This reflects the opinion of two people on this show.
Well, probably three people, because
dude, God, he sucks. I never liked his writing. Four.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of what they've done with the characters in some of the new Star Trek stuff. It's beyond. It's fine to evolve your character, but could we see the evolution? That's part of the problem for me, is that I don't see any evolution. We're just supposed to assume that sometime between in the real world when we last saw Star Trek and now, and even in the actual Star Trek universe and the story, sometime between then and now, all this stuff has occurred, or it occurred in this case beforehand.
It's incompetent storytelling across.
Where did he go? He became human, and then he became inhuman again, right? Because isn't this Star Trek version? This is before Enterprise, before the original Star Trek.
Yeah,
right.
Not anymore though. They've launched them like 100 years into the future now, because, they should have. I figured out why it takes place before Kirk and Spock. It just dawned on me after listening to these bozos the other day. It's because they're incompetent and they couldn't create a whole new thing. They couldn't create a whole new legacy with original characters and original situations. So by putting it before Kirk and Spock, they knew as soon as they got into a little bit of trouble, or if the ratings tanked, they fly the Enterprise in and they bring in characters you already know. And when they bring in characters you already know and they bring in something you're familiar with, they don't have to work as hard anymore. The people running Star Trek are beyond incompetent.
Yeah, they've hit warp speed into the ground.
Yeah.
That guy.
Yeah, that guy
right there
is responsible for the Universal Monsters Dark Universe that never happened because his movie The Mummy was such an abortion.
Are you sure? I think it was the other guy. It was
Kurtzman.
The Mummy with what's his name?
With Tom Cruise. Was Kurtzman.
Oh, with Tom Cruise.
This guy is responsible for the failed Spider-Man universe with Sony because of Spider-Man, most notably Amazing Spider-Man 2. This guy is responsible for the Transformers. This guy is responsible for the writing of the J.J. Abrams Star Treks. This guy is a hack. And Les Moonves gave him a 5-year contract when Les Moonves was being shown the door, and we're stuck with him for 2 more years. I think it is. It's got to be at least 2, right?
Yeah.
Yep,
you
are right.
No, 1 more year, right?
I don't know when Moonves gave him the deal. I think it was 3 years ago.
Let's look.
Yep, it is. It is Alex Kurtzman. That schmuck.
Yeah. Yeah. I want to know who he blew to get a job in Hollywood. Not only get
he came off of Alias.
Yeah, he works with JJ. He's a JJ
Yeah.
disciple. Yeah. 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 His secret hideout is the worst thing that ever happened to Star Trek. I don't know what's worse, Alex Kurtzman or Kathleen Kennedy. Flip a coin? Yeah, but at least in the Star Wars universe, you got Mandalorian because Jon Favreau came in and did something of quality. Right now, Star Trek looks hopelessly. It's just the cupboard's bare, and it's getting worse. It's getting worse.
Yeah. There's so many great stories in there, and the ones that they've picked and the ones that they've told in the last 5 years, I don't know.
Well, he admitted to it yesterday. Star Trek is his platform to push his own politics. It's not supposed to be that way.
Well, it would be one thing if he had a grip on things, but Star Trek was always sort of a platform for, world politics, but it was done properly. It seems to me.
It told good stories first. It told
good stories, and it presented both sides of the issue. And it would always play within the morality of both sides of an issue. You're just getting a partisan message rammed down your throat now. It's just one side of a story, and it's the far left progressive side of the story. So, and they're just jamming it into, just smashing you over the head with it. And that's not what it was never with the characters either. They would always find another planet or another civilization that was experiencing the problem, right?
Right. And the purpose
you want to call it a problem.
Exactly. The issue was presented. I mean, sometimes the issue was presented among the crew in a parallel storyline, like a different aspect of the issue or the reaction or the sort of the treatment of stuff. It was very well done. This is just like, I don't know. I mean, they just transformed everybody, and it doesn't make any sense. It's not that it's wrong in the sense of people shouldn't be like that. It's wrong because we have a belief about what these characters are. And these characters, that's fine if they evolve, but we're not seeing the evolution. I think that's part of the problem.
We're just seeing them come flat out altered.
Altered, right.
Flat out altered. And yeah. I'm sorry. This guy's not Spock, and neither is Zachary Quinto. There's only one Spock.
Yes. Well, at least Zachary Quinto was trying to evolve the Spock a little.
Well, yeah, but again,
he did it with he at least paid respects to what came before him. He was very mindful of that. Leonard Nimoy was also still alive back then,
and he didn't write the story. He didn't write that story. That's really fucked up and odd.
Well. That's where I gotta kind of disagree. That I think the way that was written, he's always raging. He's got no control over himself. He's just always raging.
Right.
He was way too emotional, and it didn't work. And reckless. I mean, in that first movie, he, instead of putting Kirk in the brig for being insubordinate, he launches him onto an ice planet to die. That's not Star Trek.
Right. What Kirk did to Khan.
Kirk didn't do that to Khan, though. Kirk put Khan on a planet where he had a chance.
Well,
then the planet shifted orbit months after they left, and they never checked up on him.
Right, and Kirk put it. I mean,
in Khan's mind, Kirk left him to die.
Right, but in Spock put this young Kirk on a planet with a starbase on it. He knew there was a starbase.
And it was an abandoned one. There was one guy working there.
I know.
Nah,
I just trying to
it was
figure out why they did all that stuff.
because it's lazy bad writing from Alex Kurtzman and
well,
J.J.
that's what I'm
Abrams.
saying.
Yeah.
The writing, the story
Terrible.
is just.
I
don't know where they're going, but I guess that's not for me.
They want to turn Star Trek into something that they want Star Trek to be, not what Star Trek is supposed to be.
Yeah.
That's my opinion. I've tried. I've given all these, and I've sat down. I loved I want to say I loved it, but I enjoyed the first episode of Picard. But by the third or fourth episode, I could tell this thing was a pile of garbage. And Discovery, the same thing. I watched the first episode, and I was like, okay. I mean, I had to put in the back of my head the technology is way too advanced for where they're supposed to be here, but I'll ignore that and just watch it for what it is. By the third episode, I was like, this is just not even fun to watch. It's just depressing and dark, and yeah, it's just terrible. And Jude says in the chat they never did Star Trek Academy. That would be a good series, and I agree.
Yeah,
Star Trek Academy would be fun. Starfleet Academy,
yeah, would be great.
There's your Star Trek prodigy. Have them all, straight A students at the academy.
Well, then they're going to turn into some. They'll turn it into Hunger Games meets Twilight,
right?
And Star Trek. That's what I hope they don't do. We don't want it to be like a teen angst sort of a thing,
right? But it keeps coming back to Star Trek because I'm so annoyed. I'm sorry. I get on these. I just get pissed off. Star Trek is my favorite series of all time. It's my favorite franchise, and to watch it just get pissed on over and over and over again by people who have no idea what they're dealing with. I told the story the other day when I heard the guy. It was post panel. They were interviewing someone about the cartoon, the Lower Decks cartoon, and he said, "Oh yeah, we saw on one of the movies. Couldn't even name the movie, which is Wrath of Khan. That they had Romulan ale, so Star Trek fans are going to be excited that we put Romulan whiskey in our thing. It's like a callback. Romulan ale's in like what? How many episodes? 100? They think it's
mentioned a lot.
I think they found something completely rare. They found an Easter egg.
There's even a whole gag about it in Nemesis. Oh, Romulan ale should be illegal. It is, Worf. It is.
It's. They clearly, if they've watched all the movies, I'd be surprised, but they haven't watched any of the shows, or they watched the pilot episode of each series, and the pilot episode is not reflective of what those series end up as. They're very raw. They're just getting their feet wet with these characters. They're not evolved yet. So it's like a bitch slap what they're doing to Star Trek. And I just, if you like it, okay. I think it's terrible. So it betrays everything Star Trek is supposed to be to me. The thoughtfulness, the science, all that stuff's gone. It's ridiculous what they do now. There's nothing scientifically even, it doesn't seem scientifically reasonable, some of the stuff they do on these shows.
Yeah.
Like Star Trek was always like...
Is that plausible? Is that what you're trying to say?
It wasn't... There you go, plausible. Star Trek was always rooted in real science, and they had like real scientific consultants that they went to. Now they just make shit up. Yet another example, when Spock is standing on that planet watching Vulcan explode, that's impossible. That couldn't happen.
Right.
It's just dumb. It's just dumb action movie shit.
Exactly.
So, private message. Yeah, I do. I do have to get running. So, I will leave you guys if you want.
No, I think we've probably covered all the news that's fit to print.
Yeah, while I was ranting, I just quickly hit refresh on these pages, and I'm not seeing anything new. So, no news coming out of here. I mean, the top 5 headlines, and 2 of them are from yesterday.
All right.
The Tom King thing and the new Black Ops Volume 3 Kickstarter was up here yesterday. So
13 minutes ago, Cyborg actor Ray Fisher says that Joss Whedon should be scared of an abuse investigation. Okay. There's the latest headline.
Boring.
Well, yeah, for not only boring, it's just like he's the only one who seems to have a problem here. And it was his first movie ever. I'm willing to bet he doesn't understand how a major film set with $100+ million invested works, and the pressures that come with that.
Mhm.
So he thinks, I get yelled at. Well, get a grip, because I haven't heard anybody else complain. If a couple more people come forward and complain that Joss,
Yeah, I think
I think Joss Whedon's a tool. What's that?
I think a couple of people from Buffy the Vampire Slayer came out and said that he's a bit of a prick.
I'm sure he's a tool. He seems like a tool, but at the same time, movie business is rough, man. Watch the movie Swimming with Sharks. Kevin Spacey's a maniacal studio head. It's a little cartoony, but it gets the point across.
Yeah. It's not a nice industry. It will eat you alive.
It's called show business, not show fun, right?
Exactly. It's show business for a reason.
Show sandbox. Show recess.
Right.
But yeah, so you got a split. We've kind of run out of topics for today.
Hopefully there's something to talk about tomorrow, but we can just do a recap of all 5 days tomorrow for a bit. And
I'm going to work on my visual here because I'm not liking what I'm looking. I got to check my wardrobe. Maybe I'll get a little makeup, shave or something. I don't know. I look terrible. You guys look fantastic. I look just like a blob. I got to fix that. Let me see if I get a little closer.
The beauty of the live stream is that it's raw, it's raw, unbridled, unedited. Getting us in our natural environment.
Glasses here. Let me try this.
Jude, are we going live tomorrow? Bet your ass we're going live tomorrow, motherfucker. To borrow Alan's.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Thank you.
Right.
Have a great birthday party.
It's not my birthday. It's Doug's. Doug Mellinson is 50 years old.
Happy birthday, Mr. Doug.
Mr. Doug. So
happy birthday, Doug.
Okay, what time do you want to do this tomorrow? Real quick.
Whatever you want.
6:30 like we normally do.
Yeah, 6:30 should be fine.
Okay.
All
Cool.
right, so all the 21 people that we reached on Facebook, if you're still interested, we'll see you tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. Eastern time.
And thank you for tuning in.
Yeah, thanks for giving us your time. It's very cool. All right.
Peace.
Live long and prosperous.
Live long and prosper.
And whatnot. Bye.